rooms change too.
They do.
They do.
Well, last year we was at the White House.
Come up,
You know what?
baby.
Yes.
We went there this year. We was there. Trill had us all out there all white.
Do you understand?
But
we was out there with the black excellence.
Well, I ain't going back now.
Baby, they baby, a whole lot done changed since last year. Okay. Oh, okay.
We are here with another episode. I am NeAndre Broussard, your host, founder and CEO of Black Menswear. And I am here with two amazing, wonderful guests, husband and wife, power couple, Mr. Chance and Mrs. Tabitha Brown, for today's episode of The Check-In. Welcome, you two.
Very good.
Thank you for having us, man.
So I always kick this off, and I know I'm going to put you on the spot with this, but I love asking the question to my guests. What is one quote that you've heard over, it might have been 10 years ago, it might have been 30 years ago, might have been yesterday. Just one quote that you've heard that really resonates with you. That's kind of one of those things that whenever you just think of something, that's one of those things that kind of comes to mind.
One quote. I don't know. What you got?
There's a couple. I mean,
Come on.
I live
take
by
a couple.
quotes,
Yeah.
right? A boat is safe in the harbor, but that's not the purpose of a boat.
Oh,
That's
deep.
deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hers is deep. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I don't even really know how it go, but it came to my mind, nothing for nothing breeds nothing.
Oh yeah, nothing from nothing means nothing.
Yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head when you said that.
Yeah.
And it made me think about her dad and something that he told me years ago in regards to that. He was like, you can't expect, he's like, I need you to look at your marriage. He made the reference of an ATM. If you don't put nothing in it,
Facts.
you can't take nothing out.
Absolutely.
It ain't just a machine that you can go up and push buttons and get free money out of. And I always correlated those two things.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing for nothing gets you nothing.
Yeah.
And a boat is safer in the harbor, but that's not what that's not what it's meant to be.
Right, that's not the purpose of a boat.
That's both of those are extremely profound.
Yeah.
Right. So, but a lot of times we find that subtle things and subtle statements breed really, really deep thought processes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think about who we are as a culture, a lot of times we miss out because we don't take advantage of the subtleties, right? And even from a subtlety of just how you walk into a room, how you present yourself. And I'm just thinking about the two of you. The way you walk into a room and you present yourself is from a space of power, from a space of passion, but also from a space of love. Mm-hmm. And when I think about you, Chance, right? How you walk into a room today with your beautiful wife at your side. Like when you walk into a room, what kind of image do you want to exude as you walk into a room? Whether that's for networking purposes, whether that's for you guys closing deals, whether you're going onto a show. How important is it the way that you walk into a room?
It's really important. When I walk into a room, I want to express confidence and freedom without being overbearing. I don't want to intimidate anybody, but I'm not going to dumb myself down or put myself in company. Because if it's a business deal and I gotta suppress who I am, it ain't no business for me. That ain't a place for me.
That's a bar.
Preach, babe.
Yeah, that ain't no place for me. I'd rather be somewhere where I can be free at all times, and I don't like to compromise on that.
Yeah.
So usually when I walk in, I want to make sure that I'm not giving off the wrong impression. I don't like the idea of code switching at all. That's probably the two things that I want to make sure that I express when I walk into any room. Mm-hmm. I want to make everybody comfortable, but if that comes at my expense, I'm not good at it.
Yeah. But they say all money ain't good money, so if that's
You better believe
something I gotta walk away from. I should be okay with that because I know that for me, is in a space of legacy, longevity, am I gonna look back on this and be like, man, it was good, but I had to compromise myself too much, or I had to show up in a non-authentic way. And then also when you think about other people in that room that might be looking up to you in a way like, oh, I know he gonna come in here, he gonna make sure that we're respected in a sense, and then they see it and they're like, dang, well, maybe maybe that's not the representation that I wanted to look after in that regard as well. Yeah. What about you, Tabitha?
100% the same, right? No conforming. You know, I show up free as a bird. And that is because I did code switch and conform for many years in corporate America, you know, growing up in the South and being told like, oh, your accent is ignorant, or, you know, people in the country are dumb. So it gave me a complex, and also being an actor, right? Taking classes and being told like, try to mask your accent, learn to cover it. And I did that for a very long time, trying to fit in and be what I thought they wanted me to be. But then I realized that's not freedom. That means I'm living to please others. And honey, that tab died, right? And so any time that she tried to raise back up, and I check her real quick, like, oh girl, no, them days are over. So it's 100% the same.
I would imagine that some of those conversations you've had over the years have built a foundation within yourselves that says, you know, I'm not going to conform. I am going to be able to be free. When you hear the responses from people that follow you and tap into you, and they tell you that what they see you do help them to be more expressive with themselves, what does that mean to you? Like, how does that make you feel?
I feel amazing, right? It also makes me realize like, oh, okay, I'm living in purpose, right? Like, this is what God planned for me to do. This is why he called me to be free, to help other people find their freedom, you know, to accept it, to show up and take up their space. That's what it makes me, you know, find joy in that. So I feel very good about it.
It's a great feeling. It makes me feel seen. It makes me proud. You mentioned legacy. That is at like the top of my list of things. It's the best feeling when it's coming from somebody who look like me. It is because we have been. I think at some point we may have lost sight of that, of doing things for others and not doing things for others. Others being kids, elders who have done things or refrained from doing things. So when I hear people, especially our people, it is the greatest feeling in the world. And to me, it speaks to that thing that's at the top of my list of importance. I like the idea of knowing that one day I'm gonna leave this earth and I did some good.
You did.
We don't even understand the magnitude of just like showing up and being free until you hear somebody say it. Like, oh, it's a humbling feeling, but it's also a motivational factor, right? It keeps you going because now you realize just something that's so small for us, of like just showing up, being there, being present. Somebody else takes that as, man, I've been looking for somebody that did it that way, so that way I can now have somebody to aspire to be greater than. I always say aspire to be better than, don't aspire to be. Right?
That's right.
It's like those things just motivate people.
I like the idea of passing the baton. I love when I hear somebody who's older than me say, hey, I'm proud of you. I did it so you don't have to do it. I did it. Let's face it, it was a time where it was necessary for you to code switch.
To survive.
And it was a survival issue. So when those people come along and they like, hey, I see you, thank you, I'm proud of you. And then what also comes with a responsibility of me not taking that too far. The work is not done, right? I still got to lead by example for the people who are, you know what I'm saying, who coming up. My son, I want him to know what it is to be responsible with your actions, with how you walk in a room, the impact that you have when you leave that room. Just because they say cut, don't mean people ain't still watching it and people ain't still impacted by your the way you move. So
for sure, that is one of those things. You know, somebody's always watching, and it's rather unfortunate that we have to stay on pins and needles at times, just as a community. But at the same time, it's a badge of honor to be able to open up somebody else's mind. That's what, you know, our platform is really all about. That when we look at Black Menswear, it's just about showcasing the vast differences that we have as a community together, because we're not a monolith, so somebody's experience is different than somebody else's experience. So we can just highlight so many different experiences and bring all these different brothers together from different backgrounds, different walks of life, different perspectives of life, and showcase them all together in our beauty. Then somebody's gonna be impacted by that for the positive. So again, I give y'all kudos for walking in that consistently. Now, as a couple, right? I know sometimes it's hard when you like, I want to go one way and she want to go another way. How do y'all meet in the middle there when it comes to style, when it comes to presence, and also even when it comes to how you have conversations together about deals?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the topic. It really does, because I think we at this point, we've been together for a long time. We kind of know each other's personalities.
Yeah.
And with that knowledge, you can kind of get ahead of things. So you kind of know, like, all right, I already know I've been with this woman 20 plus years. I can almost guarantee you this is the avenue she's going to want to take with business, for example. And I know that she'll understand me. This ain't for him. So I just get out of the way. And she'll do for me. It's like, nah, I bet they got this idea, that ain't for me. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do this one on my own, and then I'm not I don't take offense, nor does she, when we try to step away from things. And if I'm concerned about something, I just be like, hey, you can be a little too green, or you too nice to people. Be mindful of this. And she'll do the same thing with me.
Yeah.
And it's really just knowledge of self and knowing who your partner is, like, and not being intimidated.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated by my wife doing great business on her own.
Right.
To me, it builds on her legacy. So I think if you know who your partner is, accept that, and you don't have any issues, insecurities, it's real easy in business.
Yes.
Change the topic. I can't think of one right now.
Well, how we dress.
Yeah, it can be.
I'm very colorful.
Yeah.
I like a bunch of patterns.
Yeah.
Chance does not. So like today, for example, I said, you show me what you gonna wear and I'm gonna pull something.
Okay.
Because it's easier for him,
Yes.
right? Or it's easier for me to match him.
Yes.
I be having a lot of stuff going on, and that's my business, okay? I like colors and patterns. So today it was like, he came out, I said, okay, I got something with a little red to go with your stripe. And he was like, all right, babe, but that's because we know each other.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is when you've been together for a long time, you learn that each other should have their own space to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So that you're not always in each other's business or in each other's space. And then when it's time to join, it feels good. And like he said, you know what the other likes, right? So I know what he likes, or things that he'll be like, nah, babe, I ain't doing that. And that's just, it comes from being together for a long time and knowing your partner.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of already know the answer to this question, but do you guys believe that the way that you dress and the way that you present yourself can at times open or close doors for you?
I think that how you dress should represent who you are, right? We're free, right? So that means this is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So if the door open, it's for me. If it don't, it ain't for me.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
agree. I agree. I agree that, it can open and close doors, right? But I think it's like a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what she was saying, how we dress. We concern about how we present depending on the platform and where we're going.
Yeah.
It's got to promote the Brown household and the legacy, right? We're going to the awards, we coming on a show like this, we're going to try to present well in public, right? You come to our house, you come to a function with one of our real family and friends where we just, we chilling today.
We chilling.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna see the colors that that coordinate and all that. It's like, man, put on something, man. I ain't doing all that today. I ain't doing all that today. Like, you see what I'm saying? Sort of, it's all about acknowledging. It's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
correct.
And when it's time to make sure that we're not embarrassing our family, our people, and doing something to mess with the business aspect of it, the brand, we mindful of that.
Yeah.
We're gonna put on now. We're gonna do what we got to do. We're gonna.
We was raised right now. We from the
We're gonna
country.
do what we're
honey.
supposed to do now.
Where y'all from?
North Carolina.
North
Yeah.
Carolina. Both
Yeah.
y'all?
Yeah.
What part?
Same city.
Eden.
Okay, never mind. Shouldn't even ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you
you
don't
knew where it
even
was,
know. Yeah.
if you knew where it was, we'd already know it.
Yeah.
Charlotte area or no?
Oh no, about 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
small.
Okay.
2 hours
Closer
north.
to Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
North Carolina's almost as good as Texas.
Yeah, come on now.
well,
Don't start now.
You know,
Don't start now.
it's the Garden of Eden. You know,
Oh, that's
where we
okay.
from.
I give you that. I give
So,
you that.
yeah.
Yeah. Keeping in that same vein, right? Like you guys are a little further advanced in your lives and your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of advice could you give a young person that's trying to understand how to be cultural, how to stand on their morals, but they're at this space where they just don't know. They might have let's say they might have had a bad experience, and so now they might shrink at times, versus having the confidence to go in the room. What kind of advice could you give somebody to help them to build their own personal confidence?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, and I wish that I could go back in time and give myself the same advice. A mentor, find somebody who find somebody, even if it ain't a mentor, because when I say mentor, everybody ain't got time to mentor or don't have time to be hanging out with somebody who they can actually have a real impact on them. So don't be afraid when you see somebody who look like they got it together to ask questions, right? Be humble enough to be able to say, hey, I'm insecure with this, man. You appear to be, be vulnerable. You know what I mean? It took life and hardships for me to get to a point of vulnerability and opening it up, and don't allow for hardships to be the thing. You don't have to stick your hand on that fire and get burned. You don't have to. Yeah. We don't have to do that anymore. And be humble enough to walk into that and it's like, hey man, I'm struggling with this. In this arena, I'm having issues with this. And I think that's what I would tell my son. Like, hey, I'll tell any of the kids that I deal with in my nonprofit or any of my extended family, anybody, I would tell them the same thing. Listen, you're gonna have to be vulnerable. This is one of them things where you gotta get past that ego and even the fear of making a mistake, or that sometimes we can be overly confident or like, nah, I got it, I figured it out. Nah, but you don't have to figure it out on your own. You don't have to. If you can be vulnerable, you can be vulnerable and masculine at the same time. Sure. You can be vulnerable and still just as tough at the same time. You can still be vulnerable and respected. It doesn't take anything away from you to say, I'm struggling in this arena. That's it. And that's the beauty of having a safe space. A lot of people don't have that safe space, but when you find it, then it's easier to be vulnerable. Definitely. What about you, Tabitha?
I think you said conflict. Sometimes people, especially when you're younger, you encounter conflict or something happens that scares you to make you think, okay, maybe I can't show up in my full self. And I say lean into the conflict and that discomfort, right? Allow it to shape you, not erase you, right? Because a lot of times we start to shrink because of conflict, but no, what we should do is let it help us grow. When we make a decision to be free, we can't be free when it's comfortable. We got to also be free when it's uncomfortable, right? We have to literally make a decision. I am supposed to be free, whether it makes me uncomfortable or the room uncomfortable. I'm still free.
I'm still free.
Right? I don't get to pick and choose. When I show up, this is what it is. I might be scared. Somebody might not like it, but I'm still free. And then allow that to continue to shape you. And then you get to kind of learn what rooms you may not even want to go into.
I'm so glad you covered
right?
that.
Because that's the thing. Like, okay, well, where did the conflict come from? And do I want to surround myself in those spaces anymore? But if you run from it, then you don't deal with it. If you try to shrink, then you're not being honest. So allow yourself to really live in the conflict for a moment, but still embrace your freedom so that you can grow from it.
Every room ain't meant for you.
That's right.
That's correct.
It ain't your room.
You better believe that.
It might be too small or it might be too big for you. Find your space.
Depending on your season.
Rooms change too.
They do.
They do.
Well, last year we was at the White House.
Come on.
We going
Baby.
there this year.
Yes.
We went there this year. We was there, Trailhead. That's all
But
out there, all white.
do you understand?
But
We was out there with the black excellence.
I ain't going back now.
Baby, they baby, we a whole lot done changed since last year.
Last year.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So I got just a cultural influence question, right? Your style is joyful. It's rooted in culture, but it's accessible, right? I see, and I from knowing you guys and following the journey, you guys tap into a lot of black businesses.
Yeah.
A lot. I saw you InvestFest not too long ago.
Yes.
And to be able to see y'all supporting other black businesses.
Yeah.
I see me and my guy like to golf.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw.
Oh, you a golfer
Yeah.
too? Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. I can
Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
a-
Well, it's been
a
nice,
golfer
y'all. I'll
that
see
makes
y'all
it.
later.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We working on lowering that handicap,
Yeah,
get it respectable.
See, I see y'all talking that stuff I don't even know about. Y'all want me to leave now? Cause see that golf just takes over.
Next time
You see
LA,
Carlos
we'll
over there?
go.
He started getting the itch too. Yeah. I love
my
it.
tea
Though.
time for tomorrow.
See,
Come on now.
Yeah.
How important is it for you guys to be able to benefit and give back to the culture that way? Just like where we spend our dollars, who we amplify, who we decide to amplify and champion. Shout out my guy Compass.
I know that's right. Come on, David.
Yeah.
How important is it for you guys to be able to give back to your community from a culture perspective?
Well, for me, I'll take that. I remember when I've been pursuing entertainment for a very long time, over 25 plus years, right? And I remember just needing somebody to see me, to give me an opportunity, to like give me a yes. You know, so many no's are in the industry. And all I remember thinking was, when I do get on one day, I want to give as many yeses. I want to give as many people a platform. I want to help people get exposure, because I know what it feels like to just be like, dang, I just wish somebody would say yes, or would help me, or would give me some type of shine, right? And so when I started doing content, my first year, which was 2017 to 2018, in prayer, I remember God telling me to serve. And at first I was like, well, Lord, I'm doing my lives every day. You know, I'm trying to show the people how to eat well and do all the things. He was like, no, I still need you to serve. So I started driving Uber, because I was like, oh, I'm serving the community because I'm driving Uber. I'm picking the people up. He was like, no, I mean, that's cool and all, but I still need you to serve. And he kept dealing with me for a couple months. And then one day he just put in my spirit, he was like give small businesses a platform. Like, I'm blessing you with this platform. Showcase them, right? Because I had also started earning money, and I realized how expensive it was, like, to pay an influencer or a celebrity to promote your product. And I was like, oh, they can't afford me.
Right.
I could do it for free and bless their business. So I started being intentional every week with doing Very Good Mondays, like to support small businesses every Monday. Then I would just wear the clothes, or, you know, I would use the products, and I would just talk about them and never ask for a dime. And I realized the people's lives began to change. They looked forward to it. They were excited about it. But what it was doing was, because I did it without expectation, I was only doing it out of obedience. But when you are willing to support someone else, the support comes back tenfold. Right? It's like, oh, it's why I can come out with a product. It's why we can do Tab and Chance, and people bless us with support. It's because they know we are rooted in that for real, right? We do this. This is not like, it ain't for no clout. It ain't. It's like you can check the work. It's been there. It feels so good when I walk into a store or a convention and somebody come up to me and be like, girl, you had us on Very Good Mondays 3-4 years ago, and now we in Whole Foods, or now we in Walmart because of your exposure. And I'm like, dang, for real? Like, you know, because I don't keep track of it. I do it, and I keep going to the next, right? It's important. Like, somebody just needs to know I see you. And this is your moment that I'm going to try my best to give you. And, you know, my husband is by my side with that, but that's what it means for me.
Absolutely. Everything that she said, I agree with. But honestly, man, two things. I prayed for this. And I'm not really a spiritual or didn't grow up as a religious person, but I really did. I used to pray, God, if you ever bless us in abundance, I'm going to give back. I'm going to be a doer. Because I used to grow, and that didn't really, I don't know if I can say that came from the greatest place. I used to grow very frustrated with us because I'm a doer. I'm like, no, what we doing?
Yeah.
Like, no, what we doing?
Yeah.
Like, don't give these people or whoever's not helping us any targets, or don't express that you're hurt. Let's do something. That was me. That's, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would pray and be like, I want to be a doer. I want to do it and do it for the right reasons. And then secondly, so when things started happening for my wife and our family, and I wanted to, and I seen it coming in abundance, I wanted to make sure that I did what I prayed for. God blessed me, he blessed us, and we're going to be doers. Yes. And I'm going to support my wife because she's the biggest doer that I know, right? Faith and all of that. Then secondly, watching in the beginning stages where I didn't really know, I live with my wife, right? So it took me a minute to wake up to who my wife had become in front of the world.
Right.
I was in the dark for a long time, like, because I'm a doer. Yeah. Like, T-shirts were selling. She like, hey, babe, these T-shirts making money. Yeah. How much money?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for real? He said, what I got to do?
Hey, we're putting these in here, right? So I had my head down, but when I started traveling with her and I seen the impact that she was having on people, kids, elders, people crying, and her posting literally a 45-second video and saving mom and pop businesses.
Right.
That is enough. You see that happen, and you see like the impact that it has when you do just a little. Yeah. To me, 45 seconds. Right. It's it like literally 45 seconds. Yeah. 45 seconds changing people's dynamics in their households. I ain't talking about a little money for some, we had a good month. Like, I'm watching their companies be saved because she said something was good, or these people are great, or go. And to witness that from where I was sitting, and it had a different kind of impact on me. So we needed the most. Yeah. That's what my gripe was in the beginning. But let's do something. So it had that kind of impact on me now, where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go over here to Elbow Golf. I'm gonna go to East Side Golf. Yeah. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna be intentional about it. I'm not complaining about nobody else. I'm not that guy gonna complain about what the others are doing. I'm a doer. Yeah. So you're gonna get my money first. I'm gonna pull my wife. I'm intentional. I know her impact. I'm a doer. Yeah. Hey, babe, I don't do this too often. And I don't know if I really want to say it because people are going to be, but I'm going to say it. I don't usually, I know the difference between me and her and my impact and hers. I have mine, right? I got mine. Right. But like at the Invest Fest, she right in the middle of it. She blessing people. I see the dudes that I know who just getting started. Yeah. I've been following them for literally about a month. Hey, baby, I need you to come over here. Yeah. I need them to get some camera time because I know the impact. That's my intent. I'm a doer in that fashion. You get what I mean? Sure. It's super important to me, and I don't think that's going to ever change. As long as we got this, as long as God keep putting this light and this kind of power on us, I'm going to do my best because this is what I prayed for, and I'm a doer. That's just what it is.
It also, I just want to add this, it also doesn't cost a thing. 45 seconds of my day, it don't cost a thing for me to show that love, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes I think people get blindsided and they think, oh, if I give this company or this person some shine, it's going to take something away from me. But it does. What God has for you is for you. Yeah. And what God has for me is for me. But the other thing that I live by is the thing that you desire the most, you got to be willing to give it away. Mm. If you are praying for something, and if you have it, you have to be willing to give it away. Mm. And God honors that. I believe that.
You know what? This is too good, y'all. This is too good. Okay, look, this is so good. I got to get y'all to come back and hear part 2 of this, okay? So what I do on every episode when I close the episode, I have the guest look in this camera right here and repeat after me and say this statement, right? Dear black man. So I'm going to have you say it first, and I'm going to have him say it when we close out the next episode.
Okay.
That statement I need for you to give into our community, just as you've been doing here. Say, dear black man, and just finish that statement. Now, before she does that, y'all got to do 3 things for this episode. You got to like it, subscribe to the channel, and then share it, because what they're saying is helpful for a lot of people out there that might not hear it unless you share it. So make sure you do that for this week's episode of the Check-In with Black Menswear. Now,
Okay.
are you ready?
Oh, I reckon.
I need you to look at that camera.
This one or this one, right? Okay. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And say, dear black man, and finish that statement.
Okay. Very good. Dear black man, I appreciate you. I see you. We need you. We are better because of you, and you are enough. Very good.
And like that, y'all got to come back next week to check out the next episode, part 2, with Chance and Tabitha Brown, here on the Check-In with Black Menswear.